Yo, still Mills, what's the visual, man? Yo, I just put a 10-hour day up at work. I am exhausted. I'm exhausted, man. Like, we didn't even get everything done. I didn't get inside the building until 4 o'clock. I was like, man, boss, man, I'm going home. I'm doing 5 fridges and I'm going home. Man, them 5 fridges drastically dropped down to 3. I'm outie, bro. Like, I can't do it. I cannot do it. But we gotta rap once again, man, about, man, listen, you can have a favorite fighter, that don't make him the face of the sport, man. Like, the fact that Tank and Ryan Garcia is really dominating the boxing news, and it's just really getting to a point where it's kind of getting disgusting, and we forced to make these videos because we have an opinion on it. Even though these two more than likely ain't even gonna fight till next year. I'll be highly surprised if they fight at the end of the year. I would be highly surprised. But I think it's something that can happen because the public is buzzing for it. Even hardcores wouldn't mind seeing the fight. I wouldn't mind seeing the fight. It's not a fight I'm super excited about, but I think it's a, it's a good fight. 2 top lightweights fighting. That's good for the both of them. So I think it's cool. I'm not overly excited about it though. But the fact that they're dominating the tabloids and just every boxing media is just like, yo, how did we get here? And I don't know what makes former champions so unapologetic on their stance as it pertains to Tank, man. Like, how is he the face of boxing when he's not doing the proper pay-per-view numbers, man? Like, if you're the face of boxing, your name alone is going to guarantee a certain amount of revenue that you can count on it. This is at least going to be 20 M's right here. This is at least going to be a $20 million fight at the very least. So if it's a $20 million fight, you should be able to pay people, pay adequate opposition. There's no such thing as a face of the sport that's saying, yo, and with their handler saying, Devin Haney gets paid a lot of money. We got to be able to pay Devin Haney. You got to pay like you weigh. You dig what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason why people should be getting more, like, bigger checks on a guarantee than Tank Davis if he's the face of the sport. Like, in what realm is Tank the face of boxing over a Canelo Alvarez or Anthony Joshua? On what realm? That's a serious question. Maybe it's Earth 229. I don't know. But in this existence, the existence where it's 2022 on the Georgian calendar, Tank is not the face of no goddamn boxing. And how dare former champions and fighters beat that drum on behalf of this dude? You and B-Hop are getting to a point where y'all are shameless. And I don't know if this is Ishe. Maybe he has a camaraderie with Tank or whatever. Or it could be him trying to get back into the good graces of the brothers, because a lot of people bang on him. Oh, man, he a coon, he a coon, he a coon. Even though a lot of the points that he hits on, I'm in full agreement with. But nonetheless, what the fuck is this? But nonetheless, you said what you said, man. And it's just not logical. You can't stamp that on anything. You couldn't put that on your child, that Tank is the face of the sport. Everybody gassed off of what he did in fucking Brooklyn, bro. Like, cool. Could you do the same in Madison Square? Maybe he could. Maybe, I don't know. But the fact of the matter is he didn't. And Madison Square is far more prestigious than the Barclays Center. They still packing arenas to watch the fucking Knicks play on Christmas, just because it's in New York City custom to go to a Knicks game. Can you do that at Madison Square? I'm not so sure you could. I'm not so sure you could. But where is it that a dude with one belt in one division is the face of the sport? More like he's never unified. He's never unified. Joshua and Canelo have unified. Canelo was undisputed. Joshua was trying his damnedest to be undisputed. Even Earl Spence is unified. He holds 3 belts. Just the smoke screen they create for this youngin is just like, it's easy to be like, yo, I'm cool on this little nigga. I'm cool. The smoke screen surrounding him, man. He's the face of the sport. He's a 3-division champion. No, he's not, and no, he's not. I don't get it, man. Like, and it's bona fide, it's champions and ex-fighters who are saying this. Would they say that shit would you say that shit if you was still active? And I think I know the answer to that question. Tank is not the face of the sport. He isn't the most accomplished in his division. Accomplishment is what is eventually going to make you the face of the sport. You have to, at some level, be overly accomplished. Shakur Stevenson is a 2-division world champion and holds 2 belts. Devin Haney is undisputed. These are cats who are around his weight class. Lomachenko is a multi-division champion, former unified champion. You understand? Jorge Linares held a belt. It's a multitude of fighters who have held belts in his division, and not just 1, but 2. Richard Comey held a belt. How is he any more accomplished than Richard Comey? And Richard Comey has been in there with some dogs. I'll call you back, sis. How do you... Every time the phone rings, I'm up. How do you do that? How do you, it's just, y'all prey on the lack of ingenuity of your fan base. You prey on the fact that these cats is just inept to think for themselves. It's every reason in the world for Tank not to fight these cats. Oh, they gotta get they gonna have to get their money up. They gonna have to get this. They gonna have to do this. They gonna have to get they get their notoriety up. Why, when Romero didn't do any of that? Isaac Cruz was a fucking replacement. I seen a dude saying, Tank got Isaac Cruz on his resume after they brung up the fact that Ryan Garcia stopped Luke Campbell. But he ain't Isaac Cruz. Who the fuck is Isaac Cruz? I'm telling y'all what is going to happen to Isaac Cruz the minute he steps up and fights a reputable 135 pounder. He is going to get destroyed. He's an entertaining fighter to watch. The minute somebody throws a jab in his face and has the length to the point where he's too out of range, too far out of the field of combat to step around him and punish him for it, it's going to be a long night for Isaac Cruz. It's going to be a long night. The Mike Tyson peekaboo thing is dope. I love it. Mike is my fucking idol. But Isaac Cruz just ain't it. Mike Tyson didn't just come straight down the line, and slip the straights and weave the rounds. He didn't just do that. It was footwork and a multitude of other things. An incredible jab. Incredible punch placement. Incredible power. The minute Isaac Cruz steps up and fights a bona fide killer at 135 pounds, he's out of there. But because he fought Tank, he's gotten so much more notoriety to the point where they're willing to usurp his stature over cats like Lomachenko, over cats like Richard Comey, over cats like Luke Campbell, who was a fucking contender and ranked number 4 in the division. Was Isaac Cruz even top 10 when fucking Tank reached down to the slumps and pulled him up? This isn't the way an ambassador in the face of the sport moves. It's not. Tank is not the face of boxing. He'll never be that at this point. He's not ever going to be that. Because that's not his intentions. His intentions is the show. His intentions is the notoriety or whatever that comes with the little bit of success that he has. The face of the sport is getting multi-millions of dollars on the upfront. No, guarantee. I need at least 50 of them things. I need at least 40 and 30 of them things to get in the ring. That's life-altering wealth right there. Not no $1 million guarantees and maybe a $5 million paycheck on some pay-per-view upsides and some gate upsides. There's no way you can sit here and tell me that he's the. You know what the face of the sport did? The face of the sport dethroned 2 champions who were on the zone side of the street and went over there to the PBC side of the street and dethroned him to become undisputed. That's what the face of the sport does. You're being relegated to in-house fights and Mayweather Protection Agency. You can't even you can't fight these cats if you wanted to. And I think you want to fight them. Keep shit a stack. Tank don't come off as no shook ass nigga. He don't. I don't see no sweet bitch made ass dude when I'm looking at. I don't see that with Tank. Tank is a hood nigga. I don't think he's shook. But he has these niggas in his ear that's telling him otherwise, man. And they're giving them every reason as to why he doesn't need to fight fucking Devin Haney. We've been waiting for a Lomachenko fight for years. We didn't get Tevin Farmer. We didn't get Burchell. We didn't get none of these cats. Because they in his, oh, we ain't going to rush him. We ain't going to do this and that and the third. Yeah, like, bro. Because y'all think the road to prosperity is the path of least resistance. As if Floyd took the path of least resistance. Floyd was fluctuating up and down in weight and fighting killers, man. You don't get to where you got to doing the shit that y'all doing with Tank. And you keep insulting the public's intelligence, man. You keep insulting, oh man, he's a 3 division. Why do I have people trying to argue with me that he's a 3 division world champion? Why do I have people trying to argue with me that, yo, Devin Haney and them don't deserve no fight with Tank Davis because they boring and they need to get their money up, they need to get this and that and the third up and yada yada yada. Like he's some bona fide superstar. And let's say in the context that is what he is, that is his stature, that he is a bona fide superstar. Why wouldn't you want to stake your claim by going and chopping down the rest of the competition? The fact that you was offended that they threw Rolly in front of you, that goes to show that why are you not trying to rectify that? You was embarrassed having to fight that dude. You was utterly embarrassed having to fight Rolly. You didn't want that fucking fight, and you gonna let them niggas run that game on you. They run a game on you. And because they run a game on you and you don't try to do anything to halt the game that they running, it's easy for niggas like me to be like, I can't get jiggy with Tank. Get him out of here. It's so crazy with Tank that they don't, the same shit that they crucified Canelo for, they're praising Tank for. Devin Haney has to get his notoriety up in order to have a fight with Tank. But Charlo deserves a fight with Canelo Alvarez. Andre is being ducked by Canelo Alvarez. Think about how wicked that shit sounds. Think of it like that shit is lunacy. That is lunacy. Like you niggas need to be locked in padded rooms with straitjackets, bro. Eating applesauce. That's what you niggas need to be doing right now, bro. Because y'all are flat out of your mind, chemically imbalanced ass niggas. And the fact that his former world champion saying this shit, man, it's just like, yo, y'all just don't give a fuck no more. Tank ain't making the same, but they're not throwing the same amount of money at Tank that they are throwing at Canelo Alvarez. They are begging Canelo Alvarez to come back over there to the PBC side of the street to stimulate their bank account and their brand. And because he's not doing it, he's being vilified. Now it's time to throw all of his bad sparring footage up there. Him getting his ass beaten sparring. Yeah, let's throw that up and make fun of that. The second time I've seen people do this shit. Let's throw Canelo Alvarez up getting crashed and sparring. Oh, he's ducking David Benavidez. David Benavidez had beat the shit out of a Canelo Alvarez predicated on how he did David Lemieux. Oh shit, he running from Demetrius Andre because he's scared of slick black fighters because he gonna get a flashback of what Floyd did to him, as if Floyd Mayweather Jr. is anything remotely close, or Demetrius Andre is anything remotely close to a Floyd Mayweather. This is like this. You niggas are nutcases. Nutcases, man. Like what my Philly niggas say, you nut ass. Nut ass ball. Fuck wrong with the ball? Your nut ass. Get your nut ass out of here. That's what you. That's the type of time you niggas is on, bro. Y'all niggas is bugging right now. Tank Davis is not the face of the sport, and how dare Ishe Smith and fucking Bernard Hopkins come out their mouth and say that shit, man? Like, what the fuck? God damn. Is he a bigger draw than the likes of a Devin Haney? Yeah. Yeah. I think only a fool would try to argue against that. Devin Haney doesn't bring in the numbers of a fucking Tank or the attendance of a Tank Davis. No, he doesn't. He doesn't move the needle like Tank. You see how easy that was? How easy it was to just admit that? Does that make him the face of the sport? Absolutely not. He is not that. He'll never be that. He's not ever going to be the face of the sport. It's not ever going to happen. Because he's not moving in the manner of what someone who's trying to be the face of the sport moves. There's no reason why you should have went this long without fighting Lomachenko. There's no reason why you should only have one reputable fighter on your resume, being Jose Pedraza. There's no reason for that. There's no reason for that. You're fluctuating up and down and waiting, picking the path of least resistance, man. There's no reason why Mario Barrios should be on your resume, even though that was a good win for you. Why is he on your resume? Because you beat Mario Barrios. This nigga saying that you would beat Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor. You think Tank getting in there with Arnold Barboza and Josh Taylor and Jose Zepeda and fucking Regis Prograis and Subriel Martinez and all that? He's not getting in there with them niggas. It's not happening. Victor Postol. Let's see how you do against Victor Postol. You damn sure ain't getting in there with no Gary Antoine Russell. But this is the game and the smoke screen that your handlers run on motherfuckers because they can get over on y'all. They can get over on y'all. Hey, y'all looking stupid. And y'all going back and repeat everything they say. Because y'all are robots and y'all don't have a mind of your own. Even the nigga in iRobot eventually got a mind of his own. And y'all couldn't control him. And that's what was so scary about it. He ain't mean nobody no harm. It's just shit, man. I want to think for myself. And what did he do? He helped stop the motherfuckers, you know, the robot motherfuckers from taking shit over and being a detriment to human society. If you're gonna be a robot, be that robot. But you niggas is shameless, dog. I ain't never in my life just how they, just anything to do with Floyd Mayweather, man. Just how they move is just real funny style. It's real funny style, man. And I ain't laughing. I ain't laughing at all. So, man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, man. Tank is not the face of the sport. He's never gonna be that. That just is what it is. He's a good fighter, but tell him to go and fight some fighters on his level or above his level, improve, and work in that direction of being the face of the sport. Maybe we can address him that later, man. I'm out here.